A couple weeks ago at the Toronto Prop Party, I took advantage of the time to get to know some of my friends and colleagues I've known over the years and interview them about some of their favorite props and stuff that they brought with them, and maybe some of the things that they really like about prop making. So to start everything off here in these first interview series is my good friend Ken, and Ken has many good awesome props that he's built and collected over the years, so I really hope you enjoy seeing them.
Hi, my name is Ken Rice. I'm a prop builder, more of a builder than I am a maker, because I will primarily buy the kits and put them together versus I don't do a lot of scratch building, I guess is probably what it comes down to. This is my table of stuff between myself and my girlfriend. We've got a wide variety and very eclectic mix of stuff. I can't focus. That's the problem I have. I like too many things. I'm watching like, oh, that's neat. There's also a very wide span of years between the various items, as far as, like, you know, we got stuff from the 70s as far as TV shows and movies go, and then we got stuff right up to relatively recent movies and such. Some of my favorite pieces that I have here, at least, the two V masks I have. One's battle damage, which was a fair bit of fun to do. We've got a nice polished finished one, sort of as, you know, when it was first made, I guess, and then you see it primarily through the movie like this. Nice and clean. We've got the rubber band in the back. There's the mesh, I don't know if you can see that there, but the mesh across the eyes so that you don't see the person's actual eyeballs and stuff. Because the only thing that's really missing is a foam piece to keep it from pressing too hard. Then we've got the battle damage version, which is one I'm quite fond of, because I actually had to go there and watch the film and still frame a lot of the battle damage and the scratches and dings, and then had to attack my nice polished piece with a Dremel to make all the nicks and stuff. So that was quite cool. I'm a big fan of Batman. I have an odd collection of batarangs and grapple guns and batarangs and grapple guns. So I have bits and pieces from, unfortunately it's against a black background, which is probably a poor choice, but the ones from the '89 film. And these are some of my very first props as well. To the point of, you know, my first attempt at weathering and stuff like that. I actually completely custom made the actual Joker cards. I was able to scan the back of a bicycle card and got the image of the actual Joker piece from something online, had to redraw it to make it better quality, and then printed on an actual card stock that had that linen texture to it. Then there was the cutting the hole, making a little burn so it looked like it was actually shot at. We've got ones from the video games. We have actually a fair group from the actual Arkham video games. Both grapple guns, the gel, I guess explosive gel dispenser. We've got the what the hell's it called? It's the sequencer, the cryptographic sequencer. We've got obviously the batarangs, some bat mines. We've got a few coins in that, which are, well, these two here are obviously from the Batman Begins, like, well, the Dark Knight movie. And I've got one that I did that's an actual regular double-sided coin, which sort of based off of the animated series version. Another piece we have, another favorite part, is a Rocketeer helmet. Whoops, now I'm trashing the place. Later. This is actually my third Rocketeer helmet. The first one was one of the very first props I had. It was a lot of work because I had to learn how to use a Dremel. The idea of cutting out the entire inside of it, there was like, the original one had about a ½ inch thick resin that I had to actually carve out because of the things like the teeth and the mouth and stuff. The second one I actually put together was for a friend of mine, and this is my third one. Primarily the idea of doing maybe a costume for it. It's actually a fairly simple one to assemble because it's just like a gold paint and then a gold rubber buff, and then just going along with the weathering, which in this case is a it's called Jet Exhaust, which is I think it's Alcad or Model Master. It's basically, it's like this grimy gray kind of color that I put through all the welds, and then attack it with just some other washes of like dark browns and some black acrylic paint. But the actual Rocketeer helmet is one of my favorite pieces. I have a backpack which eventually will get done, but it's a bit, I'm a bit trepidatious because of the actual silver finish it's got to have, which, you know, I'm still working on my silver finishing. Then we have another piece I'm fairly proud of, which is my thermal detonator. This was actually a fairly rough 3D print, which then had to go through months of sanding and polishing and sanding, polishing, and eventually attack it with a Alcad chrome paint to get this actual chrome finish. This is again my technique of trying to get an actual metallic finish, and I more or less succeeded with this one here, but it was not exactly the easiest thing to do. Beyond that, we have other pieces. We have a Cylon helmet, which is a two-piece kit that I had to literally cut down the middle. That took a few months of just staring at it and trying to sort of figure out the best technique to get there, but you know, it works. Unfortunately, I don't have an eye light in there, which was one of his eventual dreams to do. Beyond that, there's just, I don't know what else I want to say here. Lots of props. Like, I just can't focus, so I just keep buying stuff and putting them together, and you know, see another movie, it's like, gotta get another one of those, and it's hard to say. Now that 3D printing is going to make things a little easier, once we get one, then I've got a whole library of 3D props I want to print, and then we'll be back to square one with a whole new table, maybe next year.
So there you go, Ken's amazing collection. I hope you've really enjoyed watching it, and thanks so much to Ken for letting me interview you and share it to the world. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see some more. I will have more interviews coming up. I can't wait to share those as well as some more collection pieces. I got so many more things to share, but be sure to subscribe if you want to keep abreast of those. For now, why don't you click here and here if you want to check out 2 more of my other videos. It's been so much fun to share these with you, and I can't wait to show you some more of these interviews. It's just such an exciting thing to share all this stuff with you. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing, but most of all, thanks for watching.